Hi friends, this is Mehmood Sheikh and welcome to C Programming Tutorial Series. In this video, we are going to discuss about data types. Okay, data types represents the type of data that a user is going to use while writing any C program. Okay, so you might have different types of data while writing the C program. You came across to different situations where you need to use different types of data while writing your C program. Okay, suppose you are writing a program for adding two integers, then you will use integer data type for adding two numbers. Suppose you are writing a function for adding two float values or two decimal values, then you will use float or double data type. Suppose you are displaying some list of users, then you will use array data types. Okay, suppose you are dealing with pointers where you need to get the memory address of a location, then you will use pointer data types. Okay, so we use these data types for performing different types of functions. Each data type is having different property with the help of which we can perform different types of operations in C programming. Okay, so now you understood what is a data type. Okay, so now let us discuss how data types are used to perform different types of operations. Okay, so let us first discuss the first one. Data types used to identify the type of a variable. Okay, so we might have an integer variable in our program, we might have a float variable, or we might have a structure, arrays, or pointer variable. Okay, so we use these different types of variables for performing different operations. So the distinction made between each and every variable based on the type of data. Okay, so you will identify that particular data will be of the type of integer by just looking to its data type. Okay, if you see like this int a, then you will see the data type of a is integer. Okay, when you have declared a variable as float b, then you will say this b variable will be of the type of float. Okay, when you have a variable declared as a character or char c, then you will say that variable c will be of the type of character. Okay, so these data types helps the users to identify the type of the data that is used in a program. Okay, now the next second one, to identify the type of the return value of a function. Okay, so we declare functions, we declare different types of functions with some function will have the return type as void on, and some function will have the return type as integer. Okay, so when we use void as a return type, that means it's not going to return any value to the operating system. Okay, when we use integer, it will return some value. And these data types helps the users to identify the type of the return type. Okay, so just looking at to these two functions, declaration void function name, the name of the function is function func underscore name. Okay, so the return type of this function is void. Okay, so we came to know the return type of that particular function is void with the help of the data type. Okay, so this void tells us the type of the function, and here also this integer tells us the type of the function. So data types helps the users to identify the type of the return type of the function. Okay, next, the third one is to identify the type of a parameter expected by a function. Okay, when we declare functions, we might have a function with parameters, or we might have a function with no parameters. Okay, so when we have a function with parameters, we supply parameters with different types, with different data types. We might have a parameter for a function of integer, we might have a parameter for the function of float. Okay, so this data types helps the users to identify the type of the parameter supplied for the function. Okay, here you can see I have a function void, which is the return type for this function add, and this add function is taking two parameters, one is integer a and the second one is float b. This integer and float are the type of the data, is representing the type of the data that add function is going to take. Okay, so these data types helps the users to identify the type of the parameter of the function. Okay, so in these cases, these data types are used or helps the users to identify these many tasks, or we use data types to identify these many things. Okay, And now let us discuss different types of data types. We are having three categories of data types. Okay, first one is primary data type, second one is derived data types, and the third one is user defined data types. Okay, inside primary data type category, we are having data types like void, integer, char, double, and float. Okay, all these data types comes under primary data type. And now the second data type is derived data types. Arrays and pointers. Whenever we deal with the arrays and pointers, these data types comes under second category of data types, which is derived data types. Now the third type of category is user defined data types. Okay, structure, union, and enumeration, these different types of data types are comes under user defined data types. Okay, so we discuss what is data types, then how we use data types to identify certain things in C program, and different categories of data types. I hope you understood. I hope you get some useful information out of this video. If you like this video, subscribe to our channel, click on like button, and then share it with your friends. And don't forget to click on the bell icon, because if you click on the bell icon, then only you will be getting the updates of my upcoming uploaded videos. And those who have already subscribed to my channel and they have not clicked on the bell icon, I will request them guys to click on the bell icon as well. Okay, so I will see you guys in my next video, and thanks for watching.